Welcome to Designing Spaces Think Green, a special edition of the show designed for you, your space, your home, and your environment. A healthier environment means healthier lives. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect. We here at Designing Spaces think it's time right now to take care of our ultimate space, our home, planet Earth.
You know, technological improvements are placing nuclear energy in a valued position as a green option for electricity.
Think Green went to Kelowna, Louisiana to get the story.
Nuclear power is poised to be a major contributor to our nation's growing demand for electricity. Nuclear power is green energy, leaving behind no carbon byproducts or greenhouse gases. Designing Spaces Think Green decided to take a look at nuclear power in the 21st century. Well, today we're here at Entergy's nuclear power plant in Kelowna, Louisiana. That's just about 25 miles outside of New Orleans. We're here with Kurt Aber, the Executive Vice President of External Affairs for Entergy, to talk about the future of nuclear power and also how it relates to the energy needs of our nation today. Kurt, thanks so much for having us here today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Tell us, how exactly does this plant work and how does it serve the community here?
Well, what this plant does is it lights up Louisiana. You've got 1,157 megawatts here of clean, efficient, stable energy. This plant came online about 1985, and since that time it's been powering roughly around 10% of Louisiana, to put it in perspective.
So many people like the green idea of nuclear energy as long as everything is working perfectly. How safe is nuclear power here in the United States today?
If you look at other forms, the one thing you've had with nuclear energy is you've had a system that has looked continually at the design basis, improving that design basis, making certain you have the redundant systems to make certain that people are safe.
Of course, with the high cost of oil, as so many people complaining about those high electricity bills, let's talk about what you think the demand is right now for nuclear power. What are we seeing?
From an economic standpoint, if you just look at it and say, well, what does it cost to operate this? Is it efficient? It's much more efficient than many, many other means that we're looking at with energy.
Well, these days you hear so many people talking about wind and solar power. You may have some people wondering, well, why can't we just power America with wind and solar alone? Why is nuclear power still so important in your opinion, and why couldn't wind and solar just be used to power America?
The company itself, we have invested in wind. We see applications for that. But if we kind of look around like today, and you and I are out here and it's a little windy this morning, but it may not be windy in the afternoon, so what if we need power in the afternoon and the wind's not blowing? How are we going to deal with that? Solar's kind of the same way. We have a little overcast, so we're not getting as much solar energy perhaps as we'd like to have. So what do we do about that? What do we do about the nighttime? What is our storage capability when it comes to solar? So there are lots of questions, but also if you just look at landmass, if you looked at this unit right here and you tried to do with solar and wind what you're doing with 1,157 megawatts at Waterford, you would have to take a small state and populate it with wind and solar.
Well, Kurt, if people at home watching today were to remember one thing about nuclear power, what would that be?
I think the main thing that people need to understand about nuclear energy is that nuclear energy is safe, it is secure, it is vital to our economy, and it gives us nice, steady, reliable energy.
With 20% of the United States electricity needs provided by just 104 reactors, nuclear power is poised to be a major part of the answer. Clean, cost-effective electricity. I'm Catherine Shreves in Kelowna, Louisiana for Designing Spaces Think Green.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect.
I like that.
This is Designing Spaces Think Green.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.